Hi and welcome to my playthrough of the Marcy Case. The Marcy Case is a scenario in the Time Story franchise, and I will try to play through the Marcy Case using as few time units as possible. This is of course really spoiler heavy, so if you haven't played the Marcy Case, you should not watch this video. You should go buy the Marcy Case, play the Marcy Case, and then come back and watch this video again. So with no further ado, I will remove this box and spoil stuff for you from the Marcy Case, so please stop the video now if you haven't played it. Okay, here we go. So this is the setup. I've skipped the part with the base, and we are here at the city entrance. So let's take a look. We have all the four characters, Brian, Fiona, Will and John. Let's take a look and see what's in front of here. Yeah. The transfer cut without an arrow. In front of you is a crashed car which apparently mowed down everything in its way. Blood, scattered limbs and cries of agony punctuates your arrival. Okay, let's take a look. Here we have two zombies that are attacking us, and it has an exclamation mark, so we need people to go there and take care of that. I'll take everyone except Brian to attack the zombies here, and we have a dead body, and we have the car that we can search, and we have an officer here fighting off some zombies, and we have a convict, but we don't want to go there. We will have Brian look at the car. Let's take a look what's in the car, and it says here the driver died in the accident. While searching the car, you find nothing of interest, but you can probably force the trunk open with a well-placed blade. Here we go. And what's happening over with the zombies? It's a fight, of course. Two creatures rush you while making noise that sounds barely human. So let's see. Okay, we need this to be 30, so we're ready to go. And I'll just add some shields on these tests. 3 skulls, here we go, and 3 blanks for the zombies. And the skill check in the car is a skill check that said to open the trunk you must get 2 successes on a single roll with the melee or knife roll. If you do so, take item 16. So let's try that. Brian has 2 in knife, so we'll just roll that. Yes, he had 2 successes, so it was a success for him. So I'll just take the item deck. Here we go, and see if we have item 16 and item 16, a jury-rigged rocket in the back of the trunk. You also find a somewhat customized bat. Okay, so we'll just put this as Brian's. We'll just put it here, and let's take a look on item number 27. It's here, it's a bat, it's a weapon, so we can fight even harder. I just wonder who will need that. I'll just give it to Brian, I'll just put it here. Yeah, I don't have that much space, so I'll just put it here. Here we go. And now we have to fight the zombies. We have to remember to put this one down because we are doing a skill check. First, Brian will use his, John will use his knife on the zombies. He had 3 in knife. Whoa, he just rolled 3, so he'll just remove 3 shields from down here. Great job, John. And now we'll just see the other guys have 1 in knife. Should we just try to use a knife to be silent? I think we will. So Fiona, you start. Hey, 2 successes. That's great, Fiona. And she won't get any damage because she didn't roll any shields. And now the last one is Will. Let's roll his die, and he has 1 die. And he rolls the last success. So hey, in 1 round we kill the zombies. That's going great for our time units here. So they all die, and they're not that much noise because we used our knives. Okay, that's great. So we got a bat, we got a rocket, and we did the zombies too. So let's move on, and I think we'll go to the forest next. So I'll just pack it up and go to the forest. We are now at the forest, and I will roll the die. Take a look. Oh, 1, that's great. So we'll just go 28 here. And let's take a look what's happening in the forest. In the forest, using the main road, you exit the city after a few minutes and end up in a large empty parking lot that was probably used to hold the cars of passing tourists. The forest is dense and it could be easy to get lost in. As you take the first path into it, still on your guard, you end up stumbling onto a small shack. No doubt a shelter for hikers. The door is open. The door is open a crack and you hear moaning from within. Against the shack's exterior wall, a body is decomposing. Its smells lead you to believe that the death dates back to some time ago. To the right, a path goes deeper into the forest. So, what we'll do is we will have 2 persons going in to examine the shack and 2 people will examine the body. Let's take a look. The first one is here. The shelter is in a good condition, clean and tidy. A young woman sits on a bucket with her back against a wall. She's crying softly and raises her head as you arrive. Take item 8. I'll just take item 8 here. We go, item 8. Oh, that's a young girl. The young woman seems struck and doesn't respond to her questions. She might be Marcy, but how can you be sure? On her wrist is a bracelet that reads, and then some stuff. But be careful, this character is infected. So on the timeline, place one blue one on each remaining space that is a multiple of 5. As soon as the time unit token reaches such a space, divide any blue ones present between the infected characters of your choice. Okay, so I'll just put her here, and we'll just put one on every one of these that are divisible by 5. We'll just do that. Here we go. Here, here, here. Here we go. Okay. You can also search the shelter. We don't want to do that. And then we'll just take a look here at the corpse outside. It says the corpse is that of a man dressed in a white lab coat. An axe is struck in his chest and he holds something in his hand. Take item 6 and 9. 6 and 9. Just see what that is. And that's an axe, of course. And then a rusty key. I'll just place the key up here. And the axe, we'll just give that to John. Here we go. So that's what we're going to do here. So now I will leave the forest and go to the police station. We are now at the police station and we need to roll the die. And it's a 2. So we are very close and infecting the poor girl. Let's take a look at what's happening at the police station. Here we go. Beyond the plaque at the entrance that reads the Law Enforcement Center, chaos reigns. With doors and windows shattered, official papers littered the floor and traces of blood covering the walls. In the entrance, a young woman, who is apparently out of it, is cuffed to a heater. Here she is. Against the wall, a cabinet holds a few weapons. On the ground near a desk lies the bodies of 2 police officers. In the back, the door to another room is open a crack. A few infected are shuffling around in circles within. Behind them on a table you see a few health kits. To the right in front of his computer you see the body of what seems to be the police chief. So we want to examine the girl, see if it could be Marcy and check her out. And we want to go check out what's going on with the police chief. And we will send Fiona to check on the police chief. And we will send, let's take a look, we will send Brian there as well. And then we will send John and Will over to the girl. And let's take a look, let's take the girl first. What it says is the young woman seems to be drugged, like the other one. As you come closer to her, she begins to scream. Add a yellow token on Codex 1. She's making a lot of noise. You manage to calm her down, but she's not freed yet. If you have an axe, you can free her automatically. If you do, obtain item 1 and 14. We have an axe, so we'll just take a look. Oh, we got a strange green tape. Let's just put that here. And number 14. Oh, that's another girl. But when we get her, we need to place these infection on everyone here as well. Here we go. So this is bad, this is really bad, but this is what's going on. So Here we are. Okay. And when we reach the next one, we have to distribute these on all the characters we have. And if they get 2, they die. So we don't want any of the girls to die. Let's take a look at what's going on down here. We have here, it says, the blood leaks from the mouth of the police chief seems to indicate that he died recently and that he was probably working on his computer when he was killed. His desk is a complete mess. Searching it to try to find something of interest will take you a bit of time. Okay, but I think we'll do it anyways. And take a look here. We'll just note that he was looking at some kind of codes that says 175.45 hertz, which is a little strange, should be something else, I think, but nevertheless, it's for the chopper. So we'll just remember that. And then we will make a skill check of 4 against search. Here we go. And first, Fiona will try to search. She has 4. She got 3, that's great. And now we are going to search with, what's his name? Brian. Let's take a look. Yeah, he got the last success. So that's just great. So we can now take item 13. Let's take a look. Item 13. And that was a key ring found in the police station. Let's keep that. We are collecting a lot of keys here. Now we're done at the police station, now we'll go to the high school. We are now at the high school, but I forgot that we took a skill check at the police station, so this one will advance 1, and they will get some infection tokens here. Furthermore, we need to roll the die. And it's a 1, so that's just great. So we'll go here, just 1, and now we are at the high school. Let's take a look. It says, behind the gates of Rhineland High School is the schoolyard and an imposing building that should, at this time of day, overflow with the hubbubs of the city's teenagers. Instead, it's filled with an oppressive silence that's broken only by the activity of a few individuals. To the left, armed men keep watch on the yard. In the back, a man is putting away boxes of ammunition in a small room, sitting on a few steps. Another man is repairing some fishing gear. Behind the large door is the stadium. To the far right, the one who seems to be the leader of this small band watches you with a mean look in his eyes. We'll just, we don't want to be stared at with a mean look, so we'll just all go here. Let's take a look at this mean guy. Oh yeah, he looks mean. So, listen, you're not welcome here, guys. We've been waiting to be rescued for almost a month and no one has come. Clearly, you aren't here for us, so go home. And now we can choose to either talk to him in a nice and quiet manner. That will cost us 3 time units. We can't afford that. Or we can just threaten him, and we will just threaten him and see what happens. And that won't spend any time, so that's great. So we'll just threaten him, and we flip this one over. The guards pull out their weapons, ready to fire. The tension rackets up a notch. Whoa, hey guys, you're not going to fight amongst ourselves, right? Let's save our bullets for the infected. Faces ring taut, but fingers slowly move away from triggers. The leader speaks again. You're looking for a young woman. All I know is that a government research laboratory has been raising hell in the area for slightly over a year. They were looking for subjects which they take to a secret bunker. Here, go take my binoculars and look to the mountains. Take item 18. Here we go. Item 18. Here it is. Oh, and it's a new location on the map, so we'll just put it here. Here we go. High school. So that was the high school. Why not go for the bunker? I think we will do that. Yeah. We are now at the bunker. Let's roll the die and see how long it took us to get there. 1 again. Okay, I'm on a roll here. I normally never roll 1, so that's just great. So we'll just go here, I guess, because it all closed. Let's take a look what it says here. You cross the city to reach a path at the edge of the forest, the very one which seen through the binoculars at the high school seem to lead to the bunker. You travel down the leaf and pine needle covered path, and acid smell of the city slowly giving way to that of a fresh and invigorating winds. No bird songs can be heard. The local fauna seems to have deserted the area. After a tiresome climb, you reach a cave in the mountainside. Inside, an armored door protects access to a bunker. The door is closed and you don't see how you could open it. So we'll just all go to the door and see what happens here. It says the door doesn't have a handle, but looking at it more closely, you see a terminal with 5 buttons drilled into the rock. A code is written on each button. Take the code cards and place them face down in front of you as a group. Without spending any TU, you can choose one card, flip it over, and follow the instructions. Okay, so we'll just take these cards here and we'll just pick a random one. And I'll just pick this one. And it says, the door opens slowly in a long metallic creak. You can now access cards showing a stop sign normally without looking at their backs. Take all the code cards, shuffle them and replace them face down on Codex 4. Here we go. Okay, so I'll just we'll just go to one of these 2 locations. But first that will take us an action, so we'll just go down here and we'll go to E. Here we go. So everyone goes there and we turn around and we take a look. As soon as you enter the small cold room, a moisty smell claws at your nostrils. On the wall is a map of the region. You discover that the local river leads to a military base hidden in the hills. In a fridge placed on the table, you find a set of vials. Take item 28. Just take 28. And that's, antidote. The antidote which allows you to cure the infected. From now on, no infected gains any blue signs when the time token moves over a multiple of 5. So this is great. So we have this. So this actually means that we can remove these because no one will ever get more infected than they are right now. That's just great. Let's put it up here. Furthermore, there's also a working radio that you can use to broadcast on 3 different frequencies. And take a look. I'll just use the one for the jobber, which is 175.45 Hertz. So I'll just reveal this one. Doesn't cost any time units, so reveal one like this. You try this frequency asking for help multiple times. Finally, a voice is weakly heard, cut out by burst of statics. And then they just say a lot of stuff about the helicopter coming our way, I think. So we'll just take this token, which indicates that we've called in for their chopper. Now let's go to the hotel. We are now at the hotel. Roll, that's 3, 1, 2, 3. That's more like me, using 3. Let's take a look at what's happening at the hotel. Okay, there's a lot of talk about this hotel. I don't want to go into this. I'll just say that at the entrance there's a young woman screaming. In front of you, a creature is about to take a bite out of her. Not nice. In the back of the vestibule, an elevator and a stairway leads to the rooms on the upper floor. So we can fight this monster to save the girl. We could take the elevator, go up the stairs, but we are just so cruel that we will just go up the stairs and this one will disappear because it had a trash can on. So off it goes and we go here. So let's take a look. What's happening here? It says, you enter the elevator and press the only button still working for the 8th and highest floor. Low soft music fills the air around you as the door closes. To reach the group of cards with the stop sign, an agent must always go through this space. We've done that. Once the group, when we're up here we can move normally, but we will just all go. Okay, we started here, we entered here, so that doesn't take a time unit, but it will take a time unit to go here. We want to go to this door that looks pretty sealed. You can't enter this card unless you're in possession of key 13. Let's take a look. We have key 13 that we got at the police station. So we can't go here and that will take a time unit to go there. Let's flip it around. Oh, you end up on the hotel's rooftop, which has a helipad. If you own the token shown here, that one, immediately open location 10 without any time captain die roll or street cards resolution. Otherwise, choose another location and move normally. Okay, so I'll just set up location 10. And here is location 10, so let's take a look. Okay, you raise your eyes to the sky. The morning clouds have made way for a blue sky whose azure is disturbing only by a brilliant sun. But from afar, a small black dot breaks away from this light and after a few seconds takes the shape of an approaching helicopter. The deep sound of the rotors pulls you away from this moment of contemplation. On the helicopter pad, a horde of infected has surrounded you. It's not a good idea to hang around here for too long. Hurry. And now we can pick this one. If we had this marker, we could take that one, but we don't. So we need to go here on location 10. B, so just turn around. Oh, it's a fight. The helicopter reaches your position as a trio of infected leaps at you. You can sacrifice a character who is following you to avoid combat, or you can combat. And we are just, we're just evil dudes. So we'll just take this girl and say, we'll just sacrifice her. Off she goes. So we just won that fight. I wonder if that takes a time unit or not. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just say it took one. I don't know. Then we can reveal this one. That's for free. So here we go. And now the new infected attacked while the helicopter seems to have trouble locating you. Come on, helicopter, find us. We can now choose to discard the jury-rigged rocket to immediately reveal this one. Or we can fight the zombies, and when we've done that, we can reveal the other one. So we'll just use, we have the rocket up here somewhere. Let's take a look. We have the rocket here, so we can just switch this one around. I think maybe that'll take a time unit more. The helicopter sees your signal and dives towards you. The co-pilot adjusts the scope of his rifle and with a few shots eradicate all hostile presence. Looks like we got here right on time. Hand us the girl. There's only one space left in the helicopter. Choose the girl you want to save and return the others to the item deck. Then reveal this card. Okay, we just have one girl, so we'll just use her, send her up. I hope it's Marcy. And it says here, the helicopter starts to take off as a horde of undead search from all sides. You barely have the time to see the co-pilot pull out a DNA scanner to check the identity of the young woman. Take item 24 to see what he discovers. Item 24, here we go. It's a scanner. With the scanner, you can check the identity of a patient. To do this, place the top of the patient's card adjacent to the bottom of the scanner. Here we go. Take a look. If the DNA matches exactly, then you found Marcy. Oh, we found Marcy. Oh, great. If it's the right girl, you reveal this one. So we'll just flip that around. And there's a little spoiler thing here. So I'll just, well, you might know that. As the helicopter gains altitude, you wonder how the army can have in their possession a DNA scanner in 1992. The co-pilot by the window flashes an OK sign at you while also giving you an enigmatic wink. He still had enough time to shout at you, "Perfect, guys. As for the rest of you, the orders were clear. Take the girl only, have fun." The helicopter flies away. There's little hope left for you, for your receptacles and the survivors of Rhineland. Transfer. Read the card, mission successful. And here we are, 16 time units left, and I've completed the whole Marcy Case. Hope you enjoyed watching my playthrough. Have a nice day until we see one another again in another video. Bye bye for now. Bye.